In our fast-paced world, we often forget that the greatest empires are built not on speed, but on steady, purposeful steps. Today, we explore the legacy of Village Gold Flower. The sun rose gently over the quiet village, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson. Birds sang from the rooftops, and the faint scent of dew lingered in the air. Mr. Robert, once a titan of industry, now walked these narrow lanes with a calmness he had never known in the city. His polished shoes tapped against the uneven stones. Every morning he greeted the farmers, the shopkeepers, and the children who ran past him with laughter. He had found a new rhythm in this humble life. Though he had stepped away from the towering glass offices, the rhythm of business still pulsed within him. He saw stories of opportunity in every detail. He noticed the way the market stalls were arranged, the way goods were displayed, and the subtle hesitations of customers before they made a purchase. One morning, amidst the chatter and the smell of fried snacks, he met David. David's stall was modest, just a wooden table and some simple packets. The aroma was irresistible. "Would you like to try, sir?" David asked, offering a packet with a smile that carried both pride and fatigue. Robert tasted the snack, and his eyes lit up. "This is wonderful," he said, savoring the crunch. "Natural, flavorful. You've done something remarkable here." But then his gaze fell on the plain packet. Transparent plastic, no label, no story. He recognized it as a dream trapped in a small, ordinary bag. "Almost 10 years, David replied, "but I don't know how to reach beyond this market." He saw not just a man selling snacks, but a man at a crossroads. Robert wondered, if I were in his place, starting from zero, could I succeed again? It was a question that would change the village forever. The days that followed were filled with quiet contemplation. He studied rural life as though it were a living textbook, looking for the gaps and the needs. He noticed patterns. Flour was everywhere, the foundation of life here. Yet villagers complained about high prices and inconsistent quality. He remembered boardroom debates about innovation. Here, the principles were the same. A successful product must solve a real problem for real people. If only flour was cheaper, one sighed. And the packets, they look so dull, another added. Robert listened, his mind racing with possibilities. Robert leaned in. If flour were produced locally, packaged attractively, and sold at a fair price, would you buy it? The answer was a resounding yes. That evening, Robert sat by his window. His restless desire to prove success could be built from nothing burning bright. He decided to start small. He purchased flour from a local mill and packaged it himself. Plain paper bags, sealed carefully with string. He was a student again. Some shopkeepers shook their heads. "We already have suppliers." Others frowned at the simple packaging. Rejections came swiftly, as expected. At night, he wrote, "Lesson 1. Customers judge with their eyes before their tongues." Trust is built slowly, through absolute consistency. Robert knew that every no was merely a guidepost. He wasn't looking for a quick win, he was looking for a sustainable path. He studied the flour packets sold by others. Bright colors, but flimsy material. Labels, but no soul. He saw the gap, a story untold. "I faced rejection," Robert told David with a chuckle. "But rejection is a mirror. It shows us exactly what we must change to succeed." "Imagine if every packet told a story," Robert said. "That would make customers feel connected. They'd be buying a piece of home." That night, he sketched designs inspired by village traditions, woven baskets, rice fields, the rising sun, a brand built on heritage. His table was covered with sketches and samples. He wanted the packaging to feel like more than a container. It had to be a symbol. "This feels different," David said softly, running his fingers over the sturdy packet that read Village Gold Flower. The story was beginning. Robert knew packaging wasn't enough. He began experimenting with blends, adding selected spices that gave a unique, irresistible aroma. Each failure was a teacher. Too much spice was overpowering, too little was ordinary. He adjusted ratios with the care of an alchemist. Quality must remain consistent. Balance is key. Robert understood that to build trust, you must first build excellence. The next challenge was trust. He walked through the market, handing out free samples. Try it, cook with it, taste it, then decide. When they cooked with his flour, the difference was clear. The bread rose higher, and the aroma filled kitchens with warmth and hope. Customers asked for your flour again, one shopkeeper said. They said it feels fresher. Robert smiled. The roots were taking hold. He introduced a simple partnership model. Anyone with a dream could buy small quantities and resell them. A ripple effect had begun. Soon, the market stalls carried packets of Village Gold flour. Customers recognized the design and felt proud to buy something so local. More than profit, he had built belonging. The flour was now a bridge between tradition and modernity, between dreams and reality. Village Gold wasn't just flour, it was a symbol of local strength, and as the roots grew deep, it was time to branch out. Rows of Village Gold flour stood proudly. Customers paused, touched the packets, and smiled at the motifs of their heritage. I sold twice as much this week, David said. Customers said it feels like buying from family. That is the true power of belonging. How do we reach the city? David asked. Robert replied, step by step. Growth must be steady and rooted in our community first. He gathered more entrepreneurs. You don't need large capital. Start small, learn from your customers, and build something together. Money circulated more freely, and hope replaced hesitation. Families who once struggled now had a steady source of pride and income. Success brought challenges. Competitors tried to imitate the packaging and lower prices, but Robert saw this as a healthy sign. Competition forces us to stay sharp, he told David. We must continue to innovate and tell our story better than anyone else. Success was not measured in profit alone, but in the smiles of entrepreneurs who now believed in their own potential. He whispered to himself, knowledge, patience, and proper steps, these are the true capital that no one can take away. The success of Village Gold flour spread like ripples. Neighbors from other villages began to ask for the brand by name. The city was a different world, towering buildings and markets that buzzed with competition. Robert walked them with sharp eyes. He saw brands with glossy packaging, but no soul. These packets shout, he whispered, but they do not speak to the heart. He approached a city baker. Try this. It carries the flavor of tradition and the pride of a community. The baker agreed. Your flour makes the bread rise differently, the baker said. Softer, richer. My customers have definitely noticed. Expanding into the city was not easy. Distributors demanded large volumes and lower prices. Robert faced rejection again. He welcomed the rejection. Each no sharpened his strategy. The city didn't just need flour, it needed the story of the village. He hired young storytellers to film the journey, farmers harvesting grain, families cooking together. This is heritage, they said. Slowly, the city began to listen. Customers who longed for authenticity found comfort in Village Gold flour. It was a bridge to home. I never imagined my small stall would lead to this, David said. Robert replied, No, David, you showed me the way. The brand became a movement. Success is not about how much we earn, but how many lives we touch and empower. Robert's journey shows us that patience is not just waiting, it's the active pursuit of quality and connection while time passes. We often fear rejection, but for Robert, every refusal was a teacher that forced him to look deeper into the heart of his mission. Trust is the only currency that never loses its value. By building trust first, he created a legacy that would outlast him. In an era of instant gratification, Robert chose the long path. He chose the depth of community over the speed of profit. Every big dream is just a collection of small, purposeful steps. Robert proved that success can be rebuilt anywhere. When we align our skills with the needs of our community, the light of wisdom guides us to heights we never imagined. What is your Village Gold? What unique story do you have that the world is waiting to hear? Authenticity is your superpower. When we embrace our heritage, we don't just find our past, we find the strength to build a more connected future. The ripples of Village Gold flour continue to spread, proving that one person's vision can empower a whole nation. True success isn't what we take from the world, it's what we give back. Robert gave hope, pride, and a path forward. There is a quiet magnetism in the truth. Robert's simple, honest product drew people together in ways money never could. We end our story where we began, in the heart of the village, but now it's a village that knows its own worth. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, knowledge, patience, and proper steps are the true capital of your life. May your own path be lit by the same wisdom that guided Mr. Robert. Until next time, keep building your dreams. Village Goldflower, built on trust, sustained by community, inspired by tradition. Your story begins here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of inspiration. We'll see you in the next video. Stay inspired.